back today with some more Artifact. It's the first time I've played since the new timer came in. So this is just carrying on from last week. We did the draft last week. Wanted to make sure that I got all these games in and made sure that they were recorded and stuff. Throw them up on the YouTube channel so I can watch them back later and try and improve the draft over time. The person we're playing against today looks like a guy called CMA. And he has quite an interesting deck. He's got two, one relatively strong red card in Beastmaster, but he's managed to pick up 3 Lycans, so he has 9 Savage Wolves and a Satyr Duelist to go with, which is pretty good. Plus he managed to pick up a couple of Ogre Conscripts and a Red Mist Pillager, which is strong, and then he's got some big boys right at the end that he can just throw down and try to overwhelm us a bit. So I think his deck's probably a little bit stronger than ours, even in like the lower end. He's got a couple of Rebel Decoys and a Bronze Legionnaire plus a Vul Martyr. We have a pretty decent deck. We have got the heroes aren't so good, but we have managed to pick up 4 Satyr Duelists and 3 Ogre Conscripts, so we've got our own big cards to play with. A Marrowfell Brawler and a Red Mist Pillager too. No real low end stuff for us. It's all sort of kind of like, you know, mid game type of things with a bit of end game. Rebel Decoy is there, and Hellbear Crippler and Vul Martyr are there just to like fill out the spaces. Right, I'm going to start searching for a game shortly. I think this guy's in a, judging by the chat, I think he's actually in a, oh, he's trying to find a tournament game as well. Right, let's go in. This should match us. Cool. So this is going to be heavy. There's quite a lot of like mid game we need to deal with here. New timer is in place, so I'm going to try and be as quick as I can. Sorry. If I miss a few like plays in commentary, then I apologise. You do get 5 seconds before you have to smash the coin, but might as well just get these turns out of the way. There's nothing I can play, clearly nothing he can play either. Got some good damage onto that right tower, nothing we can buy. Deployment left, deployment right, probably go mid with this deployment, match his creep. He's gone mid too, probably predicting that I'd go mid, try and match up with him, so he can start to get a bit of pressure in this lane if he needs. Here I think cleave is probably a good idea. We can try and solo this lane a little bit. We're going to lose this, but I'm not too fussed about that. I want to try and clear this lane out of the way and push it down.
Wolves, to me.
Fine, not much I can do about that. He got a good curve there. I managed to trade the hero from him, so we'll see what we can do about that lane shortly. This lane, I think we just want to pass.
We will not stop
okay.
they are destroyed.
I think probably clear the deck doesn't really do too much. It just puts 4 on these, but it gets some damage down. Gets some damage down onto this guy here. That didn't feel great. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But we weren't trading anything then at all.
I'm not here to coddle you. I'm here to fight.
Selfish Cleric gets a good there. So this attack buff really hurts from like in the early game. That's actually probably like his biggest strength. We'll go another red hero into mid to try and defend this as best we can. He'll probably go left and just try to trade out on this. And we may just throw it back with Town Paul. What's going on here? Timer isn't ticking down. There we go. Okay. Okay, so he went right in the end. That's interesting. Maybe he just wanted to try and take over a couple of lanes. He feels like he has mid lane sorted. Not too much I can do here. How does this get 5? I'm not sure.
Who's ready to
Get our Satyr Duelist down and probably portal this. Take it back. I'm not really interested in it dying to a creep. Ah, it was from the modified cleave, wasn't it? That's what would have cleared it. I think I was a little bit too trigger happy there. We can use new orders here to fight this. He may have a heal or something.
Ready to kill.
Okay. So we can still kill this. And try and force him to burn a heal.
Thanks.
Yeah, so we've managed to get him to use the veil. Wasn't great. Probably could have done a little bit better there. We'll just put one of these down and hopefully he doesn't have much to combat that. He's got 7 gold in the bank as well as I have. Stops a nice bit of this. Just stops a nice bit of damage here.
I'm willing to
Okay,
die
maybe
for
not.
what I believe. Are you?
Probably would have swapped that. Let's take another scroll. Take some health. I think I'll probably go left with this and mid with this. I think right lane's pretty much gone. We've got the cleave on here as well, which is quite nice.
My skills are only growing.
I think Ogre Conscript comes down here.
I'll destroy
Get a nice
our
curve.
enemies.
He just wants to make sure that the Satyr Duelist is cleaned up. I'd say
You
we probably
think
put
I
out
travel
this.
alone?
Extra 4 cleave kills off this. I think we probably put cloak down here so that it doesn't die. See what he does. Okay, that actually works for me a little bit better, because he'll get the 9 damage in here, but I can clear the deck and use the cleave to finish it off. And that deals with this quite large row that I had. Maybe not. But it'll still get a good chunk of damage in. Not too much I can do about this. This lane's pretty much gone, so I think I'll probably just give it to him. Is there any real way I can stop this? I'm going to pull this back.
The jungle protects its own.
Let him do his thing.
For the glory
He's probably going to try and push the ancient down. Uses a town portal scroll of his own. I think we'll probably take, what have we got, 14, so we'll take a heal. Let's take some targeted damage as well. 2 deployments mid. Probably go mid with these. He gets 2 left, I get 2 mid. He gets to free reign of that right lane. Not entirely sure I've made the right move here, but we'll see. I think we'll probably...
seconds remaining.
Power this.
my people. I'll make use of this.
Fine. Good item there by him. I think we probably Keenfolk musket this.
No mercy for trespassers.
And then we'll use, we can't use 2 damage here, but we get the extra 5. Okay, so he throws the others there. Think we'll just take initiative. Now that we've actually got a hero in there. Maybe I should have done the the 2 extra damage here.
The dance begins.
Come, my friends. You must be
That's a
hungry.
nice curve. Takes the lane anyway, which we expected. Let's take another weapon. Probably use Divine Purpose here to make sure this is immune. Hopefully this lands in front of this so we get the cleave. Skillful curve, yeah. It's funny because like the week I come back we get more skillful curves. I think they'll change that eventually. I think they'll change that. I can't see how they leave it in the game. I think it's ending up, especially in like, I think it's less so in constructed when I'm playing mono blue. I notice it less because I've got all sorts of removal. This is another skillful curve here. This actually blocks, so I'm not sure. This doesn't actually get the curve properly, but we can use new orders and change the fighting direction here. So I think we probably Divine Purpose this. This is permanent, by the way. I probably want to do this one, right? Because this is already hitting this. This hits this.
Oh man, this is great.
Kill that off. And then I can actually put pressure down on this tower next. Yeah, that works.
This place.
Obviously doesn't stop this damage coming through, so he wins. GG. Significantly better the deck than mine, I think. We've got some good stuff in here. It's best of 3 this, isn't it? Is it best of 3? Is it best of 1? Best of 3. I think he's got a, yeah, I think he's got a significantly better deck. I think the triple icon is pretty good. You automatically get some good creatures off of his spells, and get a nice little buff either side of him as well. But we've got some decent cards as well, so we just got to try and work around them. Yeah, this is draft. Higgy says, "GG, is this a draft league?" Yeah, this is a draft league. So it's, you play one best of 3 every Sunday for 7 weeks, 12 weeks, so something like that. Anyway, and then you, I think it's 7 weeks, and then you redraft after 4. So here I think we go Rebel Decoy, and then we swap
I'll get their
our
attention. If I'm lucky, I'll
hero.
survive this.
We don't want this taking a beating from this too early. We've got some nice buffs here. It's a good matchup for us, that, actually, Mazzy, because he just hits twice and then he takes 2 damage. So he had a couple of gold in that. I think we probably go left here. we'll go left. We'll use Legion Standard Bearer to the left of this here, and buff it for the extra damage. See what he's got.
I will fight by your side.
Gives us the extra damage we need.
I'll give
Gets
my
the
life
rebel
for the
decoy
rebellion.
out, yeah. Yeah, it was a good pass by him, that, actually. He gets to take that down. I think here the best option is to just give us a ton of regen. So that we trade in a little bit better. He does exactly, well, near enough the same anyway. He ends up coming out better off of it. I think we clear the deck here.
Can't stop me.
Take 2 for the price of 1. What have we got? Scroll. And we'll take... Let's take a sword, just in case. Red going middle. Might be better to hold that cleave, actually, now I'm thinking about it, but we still have an empower. I think Red Mist Pillager probably comes down here.
My pack assembles. This is ours for the taking. The might of the red mist is unmatched.
Got the Red Mist going now. Skillful curves.
I'm not afraid to get my
Modify him
hands
with 3
dirty.
attack and 3 cleave. And we can get the extra
At least you
damage
made
down.
me work for it.
Did quite well there. Probably need some heals out next. Only card we can really play is Steel Reinforcement, and as this is probably the lane that's going to go over, I
Need the
will
place fortified?
play it
I'm
here.
on it.
He's got Red Mist Pillager of his own now.
No one can
Stop the
stand
bleeding as
against
much
the
as
red
possible
mist.
there, because that lane's just going to get out of control. Let's take shield. He probably goes left with this, I think. He probably wants to try and get it in front of this Red Mist. We've got 2 deployments in right, which is good for us. Unless he just leaves left lane. He is just going to leave left lane. So maybe he has... oh look, more skillful curves. Maybe he has something. Ah, he got the creep in front of it. Fighting Instinct and Fighting Instinct. We put Solomon's favour here so we can use Primal Raw there. If I had one more mana, I would consider Primal Roaring this to get rid of this, and so the what's his name, Red Mist Pillager, would just keep hitting the tower. He's got something to remove this. He wouldn't have taken initiative otherwise. He's definitely got something to remove this. Okay, interesting. Send them all over to the right lane.
Exquisite. The jungle will protect me. Lycan, your wolves are under my protection.
So you'll get a wolf here, at least.
To me, old friend.
So he's going to get 11.
I'll give my life for the cause.
Okay, so he's, yeah, that's quite a good move, that.
The red mist marches.
Left lane I can't really do, sorry, right lane I can't really do too much about, but I'll take a blink dagger, let's take a heal. Hopefully this just matches with one of these creeps. I could just go right with this. Sorry, middle with this. Double middle as well. We've got the ramp on this lane, which is good. I think here we blink dagger and move this along.
It's not a rock, but it'll do.
Oh, maybe I should have done. Oh no, I've messed that up. Maybe should have put that on this. I could have finished it. I will put down a conscript here.
For the glory of
Take the
Stonewall.
tower, and then move this to the right lane. And then I can pull this back as well. What's he got in his deck? He's got Sucker Punch, which is nice. Haha, there we go. He's got his own Primal Roars, hasn't he? Of course he has.
I'll destroy our enemies.
I think he's probably let that happen because he wants to start like competing somewhere else.
Wolves! To me!
More wolves. I'm not too fussed if this goes back. This lane's mostly gone anyway, so I'm going to take initiative into the next turn. Let's take health, heal. Lots of defensive stuff, so we can buff these guys, make sure that they don't die. Magnus goes middle. He's going to go middle as well. He gets 2 deployments right, which is pretty good for me. Skillful curves. Another ogre conscript, that's good. So I'll pass here, and I'll see what I can do in the next turn. I think we'll probably put an ogre conscript down here.
The
Lots of
Legion
pressure.
fights as one!
Haha, it goes right in front of that. Of course it does. Is there anything I can do to save that? Absolutely nothing.
I'm surprised. This fits. Just what I was looking for. Just what I needed.
Can we move this? This will be 5. It's not quite enough, but it's pretty close.
You die now.
Beautiful!
Not quite enough. I guess we heal and fighting instincts here, assuming he doesn't just kill it.
My axes are sharp. The might of the Red Mist is unmatched!
Yeah, we've managed to curve that lane a little bit now, which is quite interesting. Probably should have taken attack there. Middle. I'm gonna let the fight for middle. I'm kind of running out of cards. He doesn't seem to have the same problem. I think he takes initiative as well. Yeah, he's got initiative. I do have Primal Roar, which is nice, but I don't think I'll get a chance to use it properly. He may do his own Primal Roar and throw these two away. But if he doesn't, then as long as he doesn't kill this one, I can get rid of all this, essentially.
You think I travel alone?
We'd probably put this here.
My life is irrelevant. The cause is all that matters.
See if we can get him to actually do something here. He doesn't like playing first, I know that much. He likes to do something small, pass, and then wait to see what you do. Yeah, so he does his own primal raw. I had a feeling he might do that. So we'll answer back with ours. Sent one of his heroes back. That's good.
Much appreciated.
Hope really this goes in with this. No, never mind. Take Stone Hall, heal. More defensive stuff. We get deployment in mid, which is good. He's going to struggle to get this out of this lane now. More skillful curves. This lane could have probably been down by now, to be honest. Divine Purpose might be a game changer. Do it on this one. As long as he doesn't do a third primal raw, we're probably okay. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah, nothing I can really do about that at all. Is there anything I can do to get this extra damage through? Can put a cloak
15
down.
seconds remaining.
Shiny.
Do fighting instinct.
For anything.
Can only get within 2. It's the closest I can get.
Come, my friend.
Only had a wolf
You
anyway.
must be hungry.
GG. Yeah, that didn't feel too great, and feel like I got outskilled by 3 Lycans, to be honest. So we'll see what happens next.